Good afternoon and welcome to the T-Bird Spotlight. Today we welcome Annabella Bara from the women's soccer team. She has a 3.4 GPA and is an exercise science major, looking to pursue the occupational therapist route or athletic training. So, Annabella, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born in Richmond, Virginia, and um, moved to Boston, Massachusetts when I was 5 or 6, and then um, started playing soccer once I got into Massachusetts, just because the programs there for like the youth programs there were really good. And then we moved to Arizona when I was 11, and so lived here ever since, and just played soccer my entire life essentially. I work at the fitness center at MCC, and I also coach youth teams.
What age of youth teams do you coach?
U6 to U10.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a handful.
So you said you're from Richmond to Massachusetts, and
hmm
do you remember your time back then?
Not much of Richmond. Um, I mean, I remember like bits and pieces. Massachusetts, I loved living in Massachusetts. I like the cold. I like snow. And the town that we lived in was just outside of Boston, so everybody was real like everybody knew each other, everybody went to the same school, so it was really nice
All
growing
right.
up with the same friends.
So does your parents or anybody have an East Coast accent?
My mom does. My mom has the Boston accent, but my dad has more of the like Southern Virginia type of dialogue, I guess.
And then right now I don't hear anything coming from you. Do you get
Yeah,
some words
I
that come out?
sometimes it more depends on who I'm talking to. Like when I talk to my mom, I definitely get more of an accent, but that's just how me and my mom talk to each other. There are certain things I say where you can kind of hear it, but it really just depends on the day, I guess.
So do you get to go back? Do you guys go back to the East Coast to visit
Yeah,
or
so my dad lives in Virginia still, so we go back to visit him every now and then, and like
okay.
his family and everything.
All right. That's a lot of history. I've only been to the East Coast once, so I'd like to go back.
I love the East Coast. It's kind of expensive though, so
Right? I was gonna say Boston is like the place to go.
yeah, I loved Boston. It was so nice.
So if you could tell the listeners what they're going to Boston and they gotta go where? Where's the where?
Um, oh, honestly, just like a walk through downtown. Like there are so many unique little like shops that you can find. It's insane.
What about what am I supposed to eat if I ever go to Boston?
Ooh, I don't remember any seafood.
Okay.
Like it's so good. I can't eat seafood here just because I it doesn't taste right.
It doesn't taste right.
Yeah, no.
All right,
Fresh
keep going.
seafood like straight from the bay is so good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, Annabella, the listeners might want to know why did you choose MCC to play soccer?
So my mom graduated from MCC in like 2015, I want to say, 2016. So a lot of the professors that worked in my major, she still was in contact with. So when I enrolled at MCC, I initially wasn't gonna play soccer, and then we ran into John, and he was just like, let me get you in contact with Drew and the soccer team. And I was like, okay. And then the day before preseason, Drew called me and was like, just come out. I was like, okay. So that's how I ended up on the team. Um, but I just really like the academic side of MCC as well. The professors know what they're doing, and you can tell, and they provide a lot of help for sure too.
Do you have a favorite professor?
She doesn't work here anymore, but her name was Michelle Jung. She taught
Hmm.
exercise science, like the intro to exercise science, and then a
Yeah,
research class as well.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So, listeners, if you don't know this little gal, Annabelle, just you just heard her. She strolled into the office and met John. Well, in the meantime, she finished her career as a All-American, honorable mention All-American. She was named first team all conference division two, and then she led the conference in she was the top scorer in our conference. So perhaps on through reflection, we were pretty lucky that day you just stopped by.
I like yeah, Drew make sure to tell me.
So congratulations on all those honors.
Thank you.
So how do you manage your time between sports and academics?
Really just planning ahead, making sure like I know what I'm doing throughout the week. And really it's just taking it week by week. Just because if I look at everything all together, it's kind of overwhelming. But planning out my week and just doing homework whenever I get the opportunity to. Um, but I also make sure I set time aside for like hanging out with my friends and like doing non-academic or non-soccer stuff just so I stay kind of balanced and I don't get burnt out.
Okay, so with that being said, what do you like to do with your friends?
Um, with my friends, we go hiking a lot. I like to go hiking with my friends and I bring my dog and my sisters too. But really just getting out of the house. We go to Dutch a lot. So
Of course you do. Every creature
definitely
has
the
to go to
place to
Dutch.
go.
What's your favorite drink at Dutch?
Right now I get a marmalade with lime rebel iced. I got one for Stacy today and she said she really liked it. So
Well, she better have a good practice.
yeah.
All right. What do you like? So you said you like hiking. Where's your favorite hike? Or-
My go-to is the trails on South Mountain.
Okay.
I like those a lot. And then because there are ones that you can take further too, and there's like a little well that me and my mom went to one time that I really liked. So trying to get there again. I gotta find where it is. So
What kind of dog do you have?
she's a pit bull.
Okay.
She's a handful. She's very energetic.
Well, that's why you probably should take her hiking.
Yeah.
So what do you plan on majoring in?
I'm majoring in exercise science. And then I'm planning on also getting a minor in psychology, just depending on what happens after MCC. But I want to do either, like you said earlier, athletic training or occupational therapy.
And why'd you choose those degree paths?
I really like working with people, and with athletic training, I would really enjoy like working with athletes and getting to know them like personally. And with occupational therapy, I would work with special needs kids. And my sister's special needs, so it's really something I'm comfortable with, and I love working with kids in general. So it's definitely something I want to do in the future.
Awesome. Paying it forward. So what do you look, okay, so you had a great season. I know what the soccer team accomplished, but I would like the listeners to hear it from you guys because it was a pretty special season for the
Yeah, it
women's
was.
soccer program. So go ahead, just brag about our program.
So we didn't get off to the best start for sure. But with getting to know each other, just because it was like a brand new team, we had three returners come back. Um, and so just kind of everybody getting to know each other and know how each other play. It took a little bit for us to get there. But once it clicked, we were off and running. We beat Phoenix College, who were the reigning national champions in playoffs. Um, and then we made it to the region finals for the first time since 2006, I think it was.
Mhm.
We lost to Pima there, but Pima's girls team went on to they made it to the national finals, so they got second place there. So overall, a really promising season for us, and I'm excited for their future.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was exciting to watch you guys go down the stretch of the
Yes.
season. So what are three reasons or a few reasons why do you like being a part of a sports team?
Um, I like having that second family dynamic. Like we spent every day together and you really get to know different sides of people and you get introduced to a lot of new backgrounds, I guess. So
Yeah.
getting to know how everybody ended up where we are was really interesting and it's something I really like to get to know people. So just being able to create those relationships and have like that second family is amazing.
So is there any interesting cultures or interesting facts you found out about your teammates?
Um, so a lot of our teammates were actually from up north. We had a couple girls from Sholo, and so just kind of seeing the different dynamic, like especially with like the heat and playing, like they would come out and they like because we practice at 6:30 in the morning. So towards the end of the season, it was getting colder, and half of us would be out there in like sweatshirts and sweatpants and like bundled up, and then the other half just were like, "This isn't anything." So that was definitely a funny little time for us. But other than that, it was just interesting seeing how like people found airs or found MCC and like got in contact with Drew. Because we had like one girl from New Mexico and her sister played softball here, which is why she came here.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to like see those connections.
Yeah, connections is everything.
Yeah.
Sounds like your team was pretty well connected, and obviously the result was playing for the championship.
Yes.
So, okay, this is kind of a fun question. So, who's your favorite personality you like to follow or watch, or maybe like a famous soccer player? I don't know.
Um, my favorite two off the top of my head, Christian Pulisic, he plays for Chelsea, but he's from Pennsylvania. I just think he's a really good player, like really skillful. He has worked really, really hard. Um, and then Bethany Balcer, she plays in the NWSL and on the national team, but she played at an NAIA college. And so, like, watching her grow into the NWSL from that college, it's really encouraging just because you don't really see a lot of people from that, like, lower level
Right?
become successful like that. So it's
Mhm.
really encouraging, especially for people like me who play at a junior college and would like to play professionally. So that's
So
something
that's your end goal. You want to go to professional?
I would like to if I could. Yeah, if
Ah, you
I got
can.
the opportunity to.
Well, keep working. You never know what will open, right?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite sports quote?
It's not necessarily like a sports specific quote, but something that one of our assistant coaches this year said was start a new five. Um, I just really like the mentality of that because like you have a bad 5 minutes, there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is change what comes next. So that's
Start a new
definitely,
five.
yeah, something
I
I
like to
live by
use that.
now.
It's true though. The
Yeah, it
most
is.
important play is the next play.
Exactly.
So start a new five. That's awesome. So you've kind of discussed with me some plans after MCC. What would you like to share with the listeners about some of the opportunities you have
Yeah,
after
for sure.
MCC?
So I'm talking to a couple different four-year colleges, and coaches there. Right now there's a really promising opportunity for a D2 in South Dakota, which I'm extremely excited about. I like the idea of, the team atmosphere that he described and game day, like feelings. And then there's a couple NAIAs I'm also talking to right now that look very promising. So
So
we'll
when do you
see
have
how
to
those
make your
go.
decision?
Um, it depends. If I transfer in spring, I need to make it soon.
Yeah,
But the more stable decision making, I guess, I would transfer in fall.
yeah, like be, arrive in the summer.
Yes.
So are you ready to graduate since you're a COVID kid?
Yeah, I'm graduating this month, and then if I were to stay for another semester, I would do some psychology classes just to get started on the minor aspect of my degree.
That's great. That's great. So, Annabelle, congratulations on a successful season.
Thank
You
you.
obviously made a big time impact in the program and our department. And then you're leaving here with a very representable GPA and you're head on straight with your academics. So
Thank you.
there's going to be many doors that open for you. You just keep going, you keep doing you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So thanks for being a guest on our T-Bird Spotlight today. But to end, we would like to do a little this or that. Okay?
Okay.
This or that. Oh, it's just rapid fire. Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Text or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Instagram or Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Indivisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
Netflix or Hulu?
Oh, Netflix.
Coffee, tea, or energy drink or Dutch?
Dutch.
Big dog or small dog?
Big dog.
Yeah, hot or cold?
Cold.
Yep. Messy or tidy?
Tidy.
Okay. Reality TV or documentary?
Documentary.
Okay. English or math?
English.
Night out or night in?
Night in.
Salty or sweet?
Ooh, salty.
Pancake or waffles?
Waffles.
Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Red or white?
White.
And red. Go T-Birds. Thanks, Annabella.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.